Deep in the heart of California's Mojave Desert lies a place of scorching heat and haunting beauty. Death Valley National Park, a land of extremes, holds the record for the highest temperature ever recorded on Earth, a staggering 134 degrees Fahrenheit. This unforgiving landscape, with its salt flats, canyons and towering mountains, seems an unlikely place for a mystery. Yet, within Death Valley's boundaries, on a dry lake bed known as Racetrack Playa, something extraordinary occurs. The mystery of the sailing stones is not merely a local curiosity. It is a puzzle that has attracted the attention of scientists, researchers and adventurers from around the globe. These enigmatic rocks, found in the remote Racetrack Playa of Death Valley National Park, have baffled experts for decades. The stones, some weighing hundreds of pounds, appear to move on their own, leaving long trails behind them on the dry lake bed. This phenomenon has sparked numerous expeditions and studies as people seek to uncover the secrets behind these seemingly self-propelled stones. For years, people have ventured into Death Valley, drawn by the allure of this geological enigma. The harsh and arid environment of Death Valley, one of the hottest places on Earth, only adds to the mystique of the sailing stones. Visitors from all walks of life, from casual tourists to seasoned geologists, have made the trek to witness this natural wonder firsthand. The sight of these stones, some as large as boulders seemingly gliding across the flat, cracked surface of the playa, is both mesmerizing and perplexing. They have studied the stones, measured their tracks and formulated theories to explain their movement. Detailed measurements and meticulous documentation have been carried out to track the paths of these stones over time. Some researchers have even installed time-lapse cameras to capture the stones in motion, hoping to catch a glimpse of the forces at work. Theories have ranged from the plausible to the fantastical, each adding a layer of intrigue to the mystery. Some have proposed that the stones are moved by powerful winds that sweep across the playa. These winds, which can reach speeds of up to 90 miles per hour, are thought to be strong enough to push the stones across the flat, dry surface. However, this theory alone does not fully explain the precise and often meandering tracks left by the stones, while others believe that ice formations play a role, propelling the stones across the slick surface. During the cold winter nights, a thin layer of ice can form on the playa. As the ice melts under the morning sun, it creates a slick surface that, combined with the wind, could potentially move the stones. This ice-wind combination theory has gained traction in recent years, supported by observations and experiments conducted by scientists. Despite decades of investigation, however, the mystery of the sailing stones endures, a testament to the enduring power of nature's secrets. The allure of the unknown continues to draw curious minds to Racetrack Playa, each hoping to unlock the riddle of the rocks. As technology advances and new methods of study are developed, perhaps one day the full story of the sailing stones will be revealed. Until then, they remain one of nature's most captivating mysteries, a reminder of the many wonders that our planet still holds. Racetrack Playa, a dry lake bed nestled within Death Valley National Park, is a place of stark beauty and intriguing contradictions. Surrounded by towering mountains, this flat, barren expanse stretches for miles, its surface a mosaic of cracked beige mud. The playa's name, Racetrack, hints at the unusual phenomenon that unfolds here, the seemingly impossible movement of heavy stones across its surface. This dry lakebed, baked hard by the desert sun, becomes a canvas for these silent travelers, their every move etched into the earth. The stones of Racetrack Playa are not merely scattered randomly across the surface, they are the stars of their own silent ballet, moving in ways that have puzzled scientists and intrigued visitors for decades. These stones, some weighing as much as several hundred pounds, glide across the dry lake bed, leaving behind trails that tell a story of movement and force. These trails, some straight, some curved, some even looping back on themselves, are etched into the hard-baked mud, creating a mysterious and captivating landscape. The looping trails in particular suggest a dance-like motion, as if the stones were performing a choreographed routine. These trails are not just random marks, they are records of the stones' journeys, some extending for hundreds of yards. The length of these trails can vary greatly, with some stretching out in long, straight lines, while others twist and turn unpredictably. They vary in width and depth, reflecting the size and weight of the stones that carved them. Larger stones tend to create wider, deeper trails, while smaller stones leave behind more delicate marks. Some trails are faint, barely visible scratches on the playa's surface, hinting at a gentle, almost imperceptible movement. These faint trails suggest that even the lightest of stones can move, given the right conditions, while others are deep furrows, testament to the power of the forces that created them. These deep trails indicate a more forceful movement, perhaps driven by stronger winds or a combination of factors. The mystery of how these stones move has fascinated researchers for years. Recent studies suggest that a combination of wind, ice, and water may be responsible, but the exact mechanisms remain a topic of ongoing investigation. As the sun sets over Racetrack Playa, the stones and their trails take on an almost otherworldly glow, reminding us of the silent, unseen forces at work in our world. Despite the remote and unforgiving nature of Racetrack Playa, the sailing stones have not moved unnoticed. Over the years, countless visitors have made the trek to this desolate corner of Death Valley, drawn by the allure of the unknown. They have come to witness the strange beauty of the playa, to marvel at the silent dance of the stones, and to try to unravel the secrets they hold. Some come armed with cameras and notebooks, eager to document their observations, while others come with open minds and a sense of wonder, ready to experience the mystery firsthand. The most enduring and perhaps intuitive theory for the movement of the sailing stones points to the wind. Racetrack Playa, after all, is no stranger to powerful gusts that sweep across its barren expanse. The surrounding mountains funnel these winds, creating a natural wind tunnel effect across the playa's flat surface. These winds, often reaching high speeds, have the potential to push and nudge the stones across the slick clay, especially when the ground is wet and offers less resistance. Another prominent theory proposes that ice plays a crucial role in the movement of the sailing stones. During the winter months, Racetrack Playa can experience freezing temperatures, and thin sheets of ice may form on the surface, particularly after rain or snowmelt. These ice sheets, though fragile, could potentially encase the stones, creating a slippery platform for them to glide across the playa when pushed by the wind. Given the complexities of the Racetrack Playa environment and the challenges faced by both the wind and ice theories, some researchers have proposed a hybrid model, suggesting that a combination of factors might be responsible for the movement of the sailing stones. This model acknowledges that both wind and ice likely play a role, but that their relative contributions might vary depending on specific environmental conditions. Despite decades of research, speculation, and even a few pranks, the mystery of the sailing stones continues to captivate the imaginations of scientists and visitors alike. The quest for definitive answers has led to increasingly sophisticated research methods, including time-lapse photography, GPS tracking of stones, and even the deployment of weather stations on the playa. The mystery of the sailing stones, like the whispers of the desert wind, likely intrigued the region's earliest inhabitants. Long before scientists arrived with their instruments and theories, the native tribes of Death Valley, the Timbisha Shoshone people, would have undoubtedly noticed the strange trails etched across Racetrack Playa. These keen observers of the natural world, reliant on their understanding of the land for survival, likely incorporated the moving stones into their oral histories and belief systems. The mid-20th century marked a turning point in the study of the sailing stones as scientists began to take a more systematic approach to unraveling the mystery. Geologists and other researchers, armed with cameras, measuring tapes, and eventually more sophisticated equipment, made their way to Racetrack Playa to document the phenomenon and test their theories. The quest to understand the mysterious sailing stones of Racetrack Playa continues to this day, fueled by a combination of scientific curiosity, technological advancements, and the enduring allure of the unknown. Each new generation of researchers brings fresh perspectives, innovative approaches, and a determination to finally solve this geological puzzle. The trails left by the sailing stones are more than just lines in the dust. They are a record of motion, a choreography of unseen forces etched onto the playa's surface. These stones, seemingly ordinary, become extraordinary as they move, leaving behind a story written in the earth. Each trail is a testament to the mysterious dance between nature's elements and the stones themselves. Examining these trails reveals a surprising variety of patterns, each hinting at the complex interplay of wind, ice, and perhaps other factors at play. Some trails curve gently, while others zigzag unpredictably, suggesting a dynamic environment where multiple forces converge. The diversity in these patterns speaks to the ever-changing conditions of the playa, where no two trails are exactly alike. Some trails are remarkably straight, extending for hundreds of yards with laser-like precision, suggesting a consistent force acting upon the stone. These straight paths are like nature's own highways, carved out by the relentless push of the wind. The precision of these trails is a marvel, hinting at a sustained and unyielding force that guides the stones on their journey. These linear journeys, like arrows shot across the playa, might be the result of sustained winds pushing ice-encased stones across a particularly smooth section of the playa. The smoothness of the surface allows for such straight paths, as the stones glide effortlessly over the ground. This phenomenon is a reminder of the power and persistence of natural forces, capable of moving even the heaviest of stones with grace and precision. The playa, with its unique conditions, becomes a canvas where nature paints its patterns, each trail a brushstroke in the grand artwork of the desert. Section 2. Wait and See. The Range of Ramblers. The sailing stones of Racetrack Playa are not a uniform bunch. They vary considerably in size, shape and weight, which, further complicates efforts to pinpoint a single explanation for their movement. Some of the stones are relatively small, weighing only a few pounds, while others are massive boulders, tipping the scales at hundreds of pounds. This wide range in mass is significant because it suggests that the forces responsible for moving the stones must be powerful enough to overcome the inertia of even the heaviest boulders. Section 3. A community on the move social stones. While the image of solitary stones gliding across the playa might be the most iconic representation of this phenomenon, observations suggest that the stones are not always solo travelers. In some instances, multiple stones appear to have moved together, their trails running parallel or even intersecting, as if engaged in a silent, synchronized dance. This synchronized movement, though less common than individual stone movement, raises intriguing questions about the potential for interactions between the stones themselves. Beyond the horizon, similar mysteries, global intrigue. The mystery of the sailing stones is not unique to Racetrack Playa. Similar phenomena, though less well known, have been observed in other parts of the world, further fueling the fascination with these seemingly impossible movements. In various deserts, dry lake beds, and even frozen lakes, reports have surfaced of rocks and boulders moving mysteriously across the landscape, leaving trails that defy easy explanation. Guardians of the playa preserving the Enigma. The sailing stones of Racetrack Playa, though seemingly impervious to the harsh desert conditions, are surprisingly fragile. The delicate clay surface of the playa, easily scarred by footprints or tire tracks, is also vulnerable to damage from human activity. Recognizing the unique scientific and aesthetic value of this natural wonder, the National Park Service has implemented measures to protect the playa and its enigmatic inhabitants. A legacy in motion. The sailing stones of Racetrack Playa, with their silent journeys and enigmatic trails, stand as a powerful testament to the enduring mysteries of the natural world. For centuries, these stones have moved across the playa's surface, leaving their mark on the landscape and captivating the imaginations of those who have encountered them. From the earliest whispers in the desert wind, passed down through generations of the Timbisha Shoshone people, to the meticulous observations of modern-day scientists, the sailing stones have invited us to question our assumptions and to embrace the unknown. An invitation to wonder. As we've journeyed across Racetrack Playa, exploring the theories, the history, and the ongoing research surrounding the sailing stones, we've been reminded that some mysteries are not meant to be fully solved. The beauty of this phenomenon lies not just in finding definitive answers, but in the journey of discovery itself, in the act of asking questions, observing and marveling at the intricate workings of the natural world.